Hello everybody. Today I'm going to teach you how to golf. Now if you've never golfed before, don't worry. After this video you should know the basics. Today I'm going to teach you the golf swing as well as how to play on the golf course. And now I know golf can seem a little bit challenging, but once you get the basics down, it's pretty easy to figure out. In golf you have 18 holes. Now the goal of playing golf is to get the ball into the hole in the lowest amount of strokes/shots possible. Every hole has a tee box, a fairway, and a green. You start on the tee box, you end on the green, that's where the hole is, that's where you're trying to put the ball into. You also have a lot of different clubs, specifically 14 clubs for different scenarios. You have the driver first, it'll go far, but it's a little bit hard to be accurate. Then the 3-wood, it won't go as far, but it's a little easier to be a little bit more accurate. And the same thing goes all the way down until you go through your irons. These irons are for your approach shots. Your approach shots are when you're approaching the green. You're going to take these in the fairway most of the time. Sometimes on a tee box on a par 3. A par 3 means that you get 3 strokes to get par on that hole, meaning the tee box, you have an iron shot typically into the green. And then you also have your wedges down here. These are going to be for close shots around the green. And then you got your putter when you're on the green to roll the ball in the hole. Now that you understand how the game works, it's time to figure out how to actually swing this thing. It's not as easy as it looks. All right, the first thing we're gonna do with our stance is we're gonna figure out where our feet need to be. Now, depending on which club you use is where the ball needs to be according to your feet, but normally you're shoulder width apart, okay? And then grip is gonna come next, but depending on the club, if you're using a wedge, you want that ball kind of closer to your back foot. And now if you're using your driver or something that's gonna go further, you want that a little bit closer to your front foot, okay? Right now I have an 8-iron, so this is gonna go fairly in the middle of my stance. Now that we know where to stand, let's check out our grip. For our grip, we are going to put the club in between, or like right on these lines here on our fingers, wrap it around. I personally interlock this index finger with my pinky, wrap these around, and then I'm over gently. Some people don't like the interlock. Some people will hold it like this. I personally interlock. Now that you've got your stance and your grip dialed in, we can start to focus on the swing. So I get settled in. I know exactly where I want to be. My hands are just dangling loose. See how they can dangle? That's where you want your hands to be according to your body. You don't want to be out here. You don't want them too close. You want them right there, just kind of dangling down. Now for the backswing, you just want to make sure you keep this arm as straight as possible. This one's going to bend a little bit. The main thing is keep this arm straight as possible. Head is focused and keep your head as still as you possibly can on the ball. Now for impact, you're going to want to shift that weight forward from your downswing. So you're going to shift that weight forward. As you're doing that, these hands are coming down and you're rotating your hips. You're exploding your hips through sideways. So I'll show you what that looks like put together. Here's that same swing one more time in slow-mo, but this time we've got the driver. A lot of people would argue that chipping and putting is harder than hitting your irons. If you're doing a really short chip, you can choke up on the club. It'll make it go a little less far. Let's say I just wanted to chip this thing 25 yards. We're just gonna do like a little half swing and then just straight follow, just like that. So as you can see, 26 yards. There's a lot of different ways of putting, but the one thing that you really need to know is that you want your arms and everything to be stuck. They're not moving. It's like a pendulum. Rotating your shoulders, and then you just gauge the speed and hit the putt. Golf is a game of patience and practice, but now that you know how to golf and how to swing a club, next time you see yourself on a driving range, try these steps and see how far that ball goes. Thank you for watching.